Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about composite function, how to differentiate a composite function. So I'm looking at this question here on my screen. I have find the y over the x if y is equal to 4x minus 5 all raised to the power of 10. So to differentiate this, I'm going to call 4x minus 5 the core function, because this is a composite function, that is a combination of two functions. You can call it function of a function. So calling 4x minus 5 the core function, which is u. So that means I'm going to replace 4x minus 5 with u. So that means the whole function will be y is equal to u raised to the power of 10. This is the first thing to do. And secondly, I'm going to write u is equal to 4x minus 5. So these are the two things to do first. Now, in this case, there's a formula known as chain rule, which is dy over dx is equal to dy over du times du over dx. So I'm going to use this formula to differentiate, to find the derivative of this function, y is equal to 4x minus 5 all exponent 10. So in this case, I'm going to look for dy over du, that is differentiating y with respect to u, and differentiating u then with respect to x, then multiply, then I will get the value of dy over the x. Now, to find dy or differentiate u with respect to u, I'm going to have dy over du is equal to, so for me to differentiate y with respect to u, I'm going to remember that there is a general formula for differentiation, which is n ax raised to the power of n minus 1. So I'm going to use this formula to differentiate y with respect to u. So n here represents the exponent of u, which is 10, and s represents u. A is the coefficient of x, which is coefficient of u, and n is still the exponent, which is 10. So it means, using this formula, I'm going to have 10u raised to the power of 10 minus 1, because anywhere I see n, I'm going to replace with 10, and I'll have this. So in this case, dy over du is equal to 10u raised to the power of 10 minus 1 is 9. So that's the first thing to do. So now I'm going to differentiate u with respect to x. So that is going to give me du over the x. That will be, using this formula, nax raised to the power of n minus 1 to differentiate 4x, that will give me 4. Because the power of x here, the power of the variable x is 1. So 1 times 4 is 4. Then 1 minus 1 is going to give me 0. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So, and if I differentiate the constant 5 here, I'm going to have 0. Differentiating a constant is 0, because it doesn't have any variable attached. So that's why it is a constant. So it's going to give me 4. So since I have 4 here, so that means dy over the u is 10u raised to the power of 9, and the u over the x is 4. And look at this rule, that is the chain rule. So it means to find the value of, to find dy over the x, so I'm going to multiply dy over the u, which is 10u raised to the power of 9, by the u over the s, which is 4. So I have 10u raised to the power of 9 multiplied by 4. And remember that our u is 4x minus 5, which is the core function. So in this case, I'm going to replace u here with 4x minus 5. I'm going to have dy over the x is equal to 10 brackets 4x minus 5 raised to the power of 9 times 4, times this 4. So I'm going to have dy over the x is equal to 10 times 4, that is going to give me 40 brackets 4x minus 5 all raised to the power of 9. This becomes the answer. Thank you. Now there's another way of doing this. Instead of going this long process, so there's another way I normally use to differentiate this. For if I have y is equal to 4x minus 5, all raised to the power of 10. So I normally use to find the y over the x. This is going to be a very short method. I call it shortcut. So use this 10 to multiply the bracket, and we'll have 10 bracket 4x minus 5. Then raised to the power of 10 minus 1 is 9. This is what I normally do. Times, differentiate the core function, which is 4x minus 5. When you differentiate 4x minus 5, it's going to give you 4. Then the next thing to do is dy over the x is equal to 10 times 4 is 40 bracket 4x minus 5 raised to the power. All this process you can see is very short here. So that is a way of doing, that is a formula for or how to differentiate a composite function. Remember I said that a composite function is a combination of two functions. That is function of a function. So it can be a combination of three functions. When you combine functions together, that is what we call composite functions. You have to find a way of differentiating each function before using chain rule to multiply them together. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.